What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Road to 100 Million Gold series, where I go through and talk about how I'm going on the way to 100. So obviously, last week TBC was launched, so I didn't play. I didn't repost that much on retail, as we'll see on the numbers. They're quite interesting this week. Across the board, really. Perhaps they surprised me for sure when I looked at them, because I was not expecting much from this week. I was expecting this to be an off week. I did not. I missed several days of reposting. I did not repost any legendaries throughout throughout the reset day on Draenor. I slacked so much, because I've been mostly just leveling on TBC and getting a feel for that, and just being in maintenance mode on retail. And yeah, let's just take a look at the number, and I'm sure you'll understand. So right here it is. Here it is. I'm up 1.6 million since last week. Which is obviously great. We're at 29.5 pretty much. I think it's the highest I've been. I don't think I've ever been above 30 million. So that's fantastic, but it's just off of 1.8 million in sales. So the main reason is really that I just didn't spend any gold this week. I spent 180k on Draenor, and that's it. So I'm in a good position on Draenor to restock legendaries. I think I still have a good chunk of materials ready to go. I've not restocked blacksmithing, at least. But I did restock some of the other professions yesterday, I think. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. I did restock at least tailoring and leatherworking to some degree, but not blacksmithing and jewel crafting. So yeah, of course we just see less than 1 million gold in sales on Draenor. But considering I made 1.5 last week, and last week I actually did work, at trying to get sales, I'm surprised at how much I got from just very lazy reposting and not doing a single cancel scan. 0 cancel scans on Wednesday or Thursday. And for those of you familiar with the legendary market, you'll understand how big of a deal that is. Obviously, outside of that, sales are not fantastic on any of my realms, really. Mostly just a single day where we got sales. As you can see, I only have data for 3 days this week. And most of them just had 1 day of sales, because you'll see, or rather, all of the sales are went into the bank. I think a lot of these realms some of them had multiple days, like on Sylvanas. On my third and I had a single, very expensive. It sold a Hate Spark the Tiny for 370k. Not sure what I paid for it, but it doesn't matter much. That's a nice windfall right there. Now, on Sylvanas, I believe I sold some BFA mounts that I have had bought at the end of BFA. So I think it was a great C-Ray, but it could have been one of the others. And then outside of that, it's just the regular low to mid value battle pets, as well as some materials on Twisting Nether and Ravencrest. So that's sort of it. Not too much to say. Considering how little effort relatively speaking, I put into gold making on retail this week, I'm very happy. And as you can see, we're getting some more sales right now. If you look at the ledger, you'll see. Well, obviously, we'll see the same thing as usual. I don't think there's going to be any sort of surprises here. There's going to be the same number of legendaries as usual. We'll see some Vials of the Sands, some leatherworking, some blacksmithing legendaries. Usually this list is a lot longer, obviously, but it's not this week. I've had also quite good success with a couple of these transmog pieces that I crafted with engineering. We got a couple of sales of those this week. Sold some cybergenetic mech shades for about 3.5k profit. Probably about 3.5k profit on these destruction hologogs as well. And I believe I sold a couple of more, like we have a head gun here and some others that I've sold. I also sold a couple of glyphs finally. So I'll have to definitely get more glyphs going, and probably more Vantas runes as well. I think those were my last Vantas runes. So we'll have to craft some more of those. But outside of that, like it's a normal week, except I was not here. Outside of that, everything was very normal, and we got a good amount of money coming in. So I'm not sure if there's anything smart to say about this week. Obviously, we'll wanna. I'm super happy about this number, because this is what you want to see. Like, this is how, I want to be on this level, 1.6 mil. That's pretty much where I want to be in terms of gold per week. But if I can't do what I did this week, because then I'll stop growing. Like, eventually I'll run dry. I don't think I'm up to 100 million gold worth of items yet. So I need to build up to 100 million gold worth of items, and then you can get 100 million gold once all those items have sold. And then by that point you'll probably be at even more, and be at several hundred million gold worth of items, because you'll keep reinvesting, because that's the natural thing to do. So we'll see what I do. Definitely, I think this week it's time to do another shopping round in battle pets on a couple of my realms, just to make sure we have stock coming in. Also, probably time to make sure I've everything reposted. It might also be time to buy a little bit more materials on Draenor. I don't know exactly how much I have. We can take a quick look at the inventory. So there should be, yeah, we have some Elithium ore. We have some ore, but not the crazy amounts. Not crazy amounts. I have a bunch of Elithium ore in my banker's bank, and the same with a lot of the other ores. I don't think I've bought any meaningful quantities of callous hides, so that's sort of the next thing to consider. And enchanted heavy callous hides are actually kind of low on callous hides right now, so that's definitely something we'll need to buy. I'm not sure if they're expensive right now. A little bit, actually below DB market, so it's fine. Lithium ore is quite cheap as well, so it's just a matter of buying more. We definitely need more soul dust. We do not have enough of that, and there's not that much available either. What's the market value? Let's get this. This is gonna be glad I noticed that, because this is actually gonna be an issue going into the reset. People are not going to be able to restock enchanted materials easily. Not at these prices. That's nice. That's nice. So yeah, things are looking good. Even if sales are not, at least we realized a humongous profit, and we'll soon pass 30 million. Hopefully we can sustain at 30 million relatively quickly. And just keep growing. And of course, we're not that far off 9.1, which is going to lead to a huge infusion in gold making. It's going to be a lot more people spending a lot more money, being a lot more ready to go, essentially. So we'll take advantage of that, and then we'll get going. So yeah, that's it for this week. If you're enjoying the series, do leave a like or a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel; it really helps me out. Or just let me know if you have any questions or anything you'd want to see on these videos. With that, I wish you all a very profitable week. Goodbye, guys.